Hey tubes, Jonathan's wrong here, Truth and Budget. Real quick, because this one's purely conjecture. So anyways, in the news, all over the place, you're hearing all, harassment, assault, people in the park being assaulted, people going for a walk being assaulted, people in places of power being harassed, blah, 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 blah. It was actually Spanky that, I feel like once two people are on the same page about something, it's time that I should say something or make a dumb video, do what I do, my little contribution to the movement that I am. But anyway, what's the end game? Where's this going? Why? Obviously, all those people in charge are pedophile, rapists, maniacs. That's old news. Why are certain people being outed? Why is Al Franken being outed for something like, okay, even as a Christian, like, I think that picture of him doing the fake boob grab is nothing. That's not a big deal. She's in body armor, which is like the joke anyway. Even if he was to cop a feel, she's wearing body armor anyway. It defeats its own purpose. It's a joke. It's a joke. And you hear people on the news being like, oh, it's horrible, and the chick talking about it, it's like, I felt like punching him when he kissed me, and I still make a fist every time I see him, and derpa derpa derp. It's like, oh yeah, you were so, oh, poor baby. Oh, what actually, like, I don't even want to go into detail of what actually happens when, like, when a woman is actually assaulted. Okay, I know. I've been grabbed and touched by people that I didn't want to be. It makes you feel like a piece of meat. Okay, fine. That's different than having like 15 dudes hold you down and do what they want to you until they're sick of you. And like you don't even know if you're gonna live through the situation. Okay? Little bit worse. Not exactly on the same level. It's like when the PETA people try to say that the chicken farms were the same as the Holocaust. Now, you've probably heard me go on record by saying that the numbers of the Holocaust were greatly inflated. If you look into it, they did go in and they changed a lot of stuff. They built a lot of things. They made a big show of it. The Rothschilds were talking about numbers before they had numbers. Other than the fact that if they killed 14 million Jews, that's all the Jews in Europe. There would be no Jews left. The people that they did kill were the real Jews, and there aren't that many of them. So they spent a lot of time rounding up real Jews and then killing them. And then afterwards, the fake Jews are like, oh, we were persecuted. Give us Israel. But anyways, blah blah blah. That's a tale for another time. And I went and derailed myself. But anyway, I don't know. It somehow got back in Israel. No, anyway. Anyway. I digress. Let's try to get back. What's the end game? Why is everyone talking about assault? Oh yeah, talk about PETA and all that. I think a lot of time it's to trivialize it, to be like, like the whole Me Too thing, like this whole Me Too BS. Like, boys playing wiener games is like one thing, and then someone older than you betraying your trust and taking advantage of you and making you do things and then telling you that if you tell anyone, like, they're gonna hurt you and your family and you're a bad person, and like that stuff's damaging. Like there's different levels of stuff, and the fact that they're trying to like combine it all into one, like, oh, it's all this, we're all the same, we're, like, I feel you, sister, someone grabbed my butt once. It's like, no, her uncle's been banging her since before she could remember. And she has to remind herself every day that she's not an object for stuff to be put into. Don't you dare compare your plight to hers. It's not the same. Not at all. The horrible crap that can happen to people, especially women. I mean, yes, granted, a lot of stuff happens to a lot more boys than boys discuss, but like, I don't think it's as damaging. It's like looking back, you're like, that's weird, and then you dig deeper, and you're like, why did they want to play games like that? Why is, what's going on with them? Where did they learn those games? And it all becomes a sad little, spiral out of like, there's someone's getting hurt. Somewhere along the line, someone's teaching this child these things, and they're hurting them, and that, but it's all sick effing mess. And, saying that, someone taking a, silly picture of them literally like a half a foot away from your chest in body armor is the same as like assault, and you're still shaken up and have PTSD. You weren't even awake for it. You saw a picture. I don't know. Oh no, I guess he tried to kiss her or something, because that crap like that never happens with actors, and when actors are acting, they don't have to kiss each other and stuff. I don't know. I suppose Al Franken sticking his tongue down your throat sounds pretty gnarly, but it's not. Still, it don't belittle actual assault, actual rape, actual abuse. And my theory is that they're gonna be like, it's all the same and we're all okay. Seriously, I think the sick end game is gonna be, oh, look at me, we're all, we all got messed up, we all got messed with, and we're fine. It's fine to get messed with. It all happened to all of us. I don't know. That's dark. It just seems to me that when they're trivializing it and saying, and it's no big deal, and it happens to everyone, it's all the same, comparing someone, whistling at you as they're walking by you to like someone actually physically putting something inside of you, and putting that in the same category is dangerous. You shouldn't trivialize these things. Ever. It's horrible. That doing stuff like that to somebody is horrible. It's one of the worst things you could do to somebody, and it's one of the worst things you can do to a child, because you ruin that kid. God. It takes a lot of work for them to be okay. It takes a strong person to be okay after that. You have no basis for anything, for yourself, for trust, for your own body, your own worth. You literally have to be in a relationship and like program yourself to be like, you won't get in trouble if it's effed up. You feel compelled to do sexual things in like situations just because you've been trained to, and you feel ashamed and you hate yourself constantly. You can't even enjoy sex with a partner that you love because it brings you back to that place, and then you think about how you might have enjoyed that, and then you hate yourself. It ruins people. And to trivialize that is sick, and I unfortunately think that's where this might be going. Obviously, I want comments. Where's this whole assault thing going? Where's this whole harassment thing going? What's the end game? You always got to ask yourself what's the, because we know the players, we all know they're playing for the same team, So what is the result that they're looking for out of all of this? Yeah, like I said, I think they want to trivialize it, and that's just sick, because the end game is making everything okay. Making this a completely sexually free society where everyone can do whatever. That's one of the end games. You can marry a robot already. Seriously, there's an artificial intelligence in Saudi Arabia that has citizenship. That's a big deal. Its name is Sophia. That's a big deal. If you study this stuff, and the mystery religions and Gnosticism, and especially Gnosticism, so the fact that they named it Sophia is the beyond. I can't raise my eyebrows high enough. They're not. I can't get them high enough. They're raised very high. Anyway, where's this going? What's the end game? Obviously they're not going to change. Make the world a safe place for children and women. That's not. That's not going to happen. That's never going to happen until Jesus comes back and just stomps all this garbage out. Their end game is not making it safe for people. Obviously, we can all agree on that. So what's the end game? Anybody? Hopefully I'm wrong. You know me, I love being wrong. Hate to be right. Most of the time. Anyway, love you guys so much. Let me know what you think. Have a beautiful night and God bless you. Uh-oh.